In this lesson, we are going to learn operators in JavaScript. So, as like in many other programming languages, there are different operators available in JavaScript. So, these are the classification of operators in JavaScript: arithmetic operator, relational operator, logical, bitwise, and ternary operator. So, let's explore each of these operators in detail. So, first of all, arithmetic operator. So, arithmetic operator, as you know, performs mathematical related operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. So, this is the modulus operator. It will give us the remainder. So, here num1 is 5 and num2 is 2. So, num1 modulus num2 will result in 1. Okay. So, I will give you a demonstration here. Var num1 is equal to 5, var num2 is equal to 2. Now, I will print console.log num1 divide modulus num2. Let's see what will be the result. The result will be 1 because 5 is divided with 2 and the result at the remainder is 1. So, that is the remainder operator. Then there is exponentiation operator, that is 2 stars, num1, num2. So, that is 5, num1 is 5 and num2 is 2. So, 5 raised to 2, that is 25. So, that is arithmetic operators. And one more thing, there is pre-increment and post-increment. Let's see what is the difference between these two. So, you have seen post-increment and pre-increment in many different programming languages. It's a similar concept here. Okay, let's see what happens now. So I will display as var num1's value is 5. Then I will print num1 plus plus. So the result will be 5. The result will be 5 because it is post increment. Post increment means first the value will be returned, then only this addition operation will happen. So that's why this num1's value is displayed as 5, but it got updated to 6 after this value is returned. Let's check once again. I will print the value of num1. So that is 6. That means here num1 is first displayed, then it got incremented. That's why here it is 5 and here it is 6. So that is post increment. Now let's check what is pre-increment. So I will print plus plus num1. Let's see what will be the result. So here the result is displayed as 7. Why? Because first the num1's values got incremented, then only the result is returned. So first this 6 value was 6 and it is got updated to 7 and it is displayed. So that is pre-increment and post-increment operators. Now let's check one more thing. Num1 is equal to num1 plus 5. So let's see what will be the result. The result is 12. Why? Because this num1's value is currently 7 and 5 is added with it and the result is 12. So there is a shortcut for doing this. We doesn't need to write this long statement. We can write it simply as num1 plus equal to 5. These two have the same meaning. So this statement and this statement has the same meaning. It's a kind of shortcut for representing this thing. Let's see. Okay. So 5 is added with this 12 and result is 17. So that's all about arithmetic operators. Now let's see relational operator. So relational operator, as you know, it checks the relation between two. It's for comparison. So less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, not equal to. So these are obvious things. So if num1 is 5 and num2 is 2, num1 greater than num2. So that is true. Num1 less than num2, that is 5 less than 2. So that will be false. So similar way it all works. Num1 equal to num2, those two are not equal, so it returns false. Num1 not equal to num2, it is a true statement. So that is the relational operator. And there is an important thing you need to know, that is strict equality and loose equality. So let's check what is strict equality and loose equality. So I will type as something like this. So the result will be 1. The result will be true because 1 is equal to 1. So that is checking whether 1's value is equal to 1. So it's true. Go to return 1. So now let's check 1 equal to 1. So it's again returns true. But if you observe, you can see that this is a string and this is a number. Anyway, those two values are equal, but type wise those two differ. This equal to operation is called loose equality. Loose equality means it only checks the value, doesn't check the type. So there is an operator that is called strict equality operator. So let's see what is strict equality operator. That is triple equal to. I will type 1. So then we will get a result as false. Why? Because this strict equality operator checks both value as well as type. So here value matches but type doesn't match. So it returns false. So that is relational operator. Now moving to logical operator. So logical operator, as you know, it performs logical operations like logical AND, logical OR, logical NOT. So false ORed with true. So we will get a true value because when operation is OR, any one part need to be true. If this part itself was true, it will not bother for this part because it already has become true. Since this part is false, it will check for whether this portion is true. If it is true, then the total result will be true. Otherwise, it will be false. Similarly, AND operator, you know this. False for AND operation to be true, both of these values need to be true. Then negation or NOT operator. In the case of NOT operator, this value will be toggled. And there is one important concept called falsy and truthy in JavaScript. JavaScript not only accepts this Boolean true and false, it accepts other values too. For example, for representing false, JavaScript, these things also represent this false value in JavaScript. Undefined, null, 0, this blank value, not a number, all these things represent false in Boolean representation. That is called falsy. So we can perform different operations with it. All of the other things other than this are called truthy. Truthy means it represents truth, true value. Okay, I will try to explain this concept. This is a little bit tricky. I will give true or 1. So let's see what will be the result. So it is true. So let us check what if I give 1 equal to it is OR operator, that will return 1. So this 1 represent kind of true value. So that is called truthy. So what if I give ampersand false? Okay, now you can see that the value itself becomes false because this value is true, and since it is an AND operator, it also checks for this value. This value is false, that's why the total result is false. So that's how truthy works. I will check one more example. Or 0 or true. We will get a result as true because this 0 indicates a kind of false value. Then it checks for next value because since it is an OR operator, it returns true. So what if I give 0 and 1? So you can think that result will be 0. Why? Because it is an AND operator. The first part itself is 0. It will not bother checking other portion because it represents just false. So that is falsy and truthy. So that was another concept related to logical operator. Then there is bitwise operator. Bitwise operator is used to perform bitwise operations like bitwise OR, bitwise and is something like this, ampersand. So bitwise OR is this 0, this 1 is ORed with this 0, this 0 is ORed with this 1, so that's why these two become 1 1. And similarly bitwise AND is there, bitwise XOR is there, XOR operation. For XOR, any one of these bits need to be true. Then negation, bitwise NOT is there, that means all the bits are toggled. Then bitwise shift operator is there. Shift means one more bit is added here, so I made a mistake, here it will be 0. So that is bitwise shift left. Bitwise shift left means one 0 will be appended to the left. There is also bitwise shift right. Bitwise shift right is this operator in the reverse order. So that is bitwise shift left and bitwise shift right. So those are bitwise operator. Now there is one more operator is remaining, that is ternary operator. Ternary operator is you know ternary operator in many other programming languages. Let's check what is ternary operator. I will give a value var num as 5. And I write a statement like this: num greater than 0, there is a question mark, then I will return positive, negative. Okay, let's see what will be the result. The result is positive. Why? Because this ternary operator, this is this question mark and colon, that is called ternary operator. Here what happens is this condition is evaluated, whether num's value is greater than 0. If it is true, the portion before this colon will be got executed. If it is false, only this portion will get executed. So that is a ternary operator. So let's change the value of num to -5 and let's again check this. So now it will get a value negative. Why? Because this condition got evaluated false, because num's value is now -5. -5 is not greater than 0. So that's why this portion got executed and negative result is obtained. So that is ternary operator. So we have discussed arithmetic operator, arithmetic, relational, logical, bitwise and ternary operators. And there is expressions. Expression means we will generate the combination of operator and operators and operands to form different expressions, and these expressions acts as the basis for several algorithms. So that's the end of the session. We will meet in next video. Thank you.